Hey loves, welcome to or back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Evita, and on my channel I like to post videos about budgeting, cash stuffing, and also my journey to becoming debt free. If that sounds like something you'll be interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you find yourself enjoying this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. But in today's video, I am going to be talking about 11 things that I no longer spend money on. I'm going to be looking off to the side because I have my list that I wrote down. I'm just going to say right now that I do have adult ADD, so I may jump from one subject to another and then back to the main subject, so I apologize now. I don't realize I'm doing it until like after the fact. So I'm just going to apologize right now. The first thing that I have on my list that I do not spend money on, or I'm no longer spending money on while I am in a strict budget due to my son's medical bills, I no longer spend money on eating out more than once a month. So if you watch my cash stuffing videos, you see that I put very little into my eating out envelope. It isn't really a lot that I put in there. I probably put like 10 bucks, 20 bucks max for eating out. I don't spend a lot of money on eating out. I'd rather eat at home. Also, I'm vegan, so it's very, well, I call myself plant-based, but it's easier to say that I'm vegan. I am plant-based / vegan, and it's harder to eat out and get stuff that's vegan. So I just eat at home. I know what's in my food, and everything is just a whole lot easier and a whole lot cheaper, even though I am plant-based, for me to eat at home. So no more fast food, or not a lot of fast food. And then when I do get fast food, it's typically like Chipotle or Viva Chicken. Viva Chicken has this veggie bowl that it's like a veggie bowl. I don't know how to explain it. It's a veggie rice bowl. It's really good that I typically get, and those are like, oh, and nothing but noodles. I go to them also. Those are like the only thing that I stick to, and I typically always know how much they're gonna cost. Less than $10. That's my once a month of eating out. If my daughter or my husband buys it, then that's fine, I'll eat it, but I'm not spending my money personally on eating out more than once a month. The second thing I do not spend a lot of money on, I probably don't spend any money on, is fast fashion. I am not a brand girl. I take that back. Only thing I really like is Nike, but Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and stuff like that, no, I'm not going to say never. I would never spend my money on that, but I really do not see myself spending thousands of dollars on shoes, like a pair of shoes or a purse. I just don't see myself doing that, so I don't spend my money on it. I used to buy like Coach. That's like the most expensive I did buy. Coach, Kate Spade, like stuff like that. Never like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and those are the only ones I know. Let me know in the comments down below what other very expensive places are out there, because those are the only ones I can think of right now. Number 3, I do not spend money on, now I was bad at this, things that are on sale or on clearance. I won't lie, I used to like buy stuff just because it was on clearance, and I'm like, oh, that's a really good deal, it's 90% off, let me get some stuff now. That was like for clothing for when my kids were younger, and I can guess like their size for the next year. It was sort of smart, me buying stuff like that year when it went out of season and for the following year. It made sense back then, but now that my kids are way older and they like, we're not wearing last year's stuff, whatever, I no longer buy stuff just because it's on sale or because it's on clearance. It's just, if I don't need it, I no longer buy it. Like I said before, I was buying stuff just because it was on sale or just because it was on clearance. Number 4, I no longer spend money on glass cleaner. So this is probably very minute. It's not really that big of a saver, but I haven't spent money on glass cleaner in about, I'm trying to think, probably 10 years. I use water and vinegar to clean my mirrors, to clean windows and everything. And on top of the water and vinegar, I also use a microfiber cloth for my mirrors and also my windows. So number 5, it's like a given, and I will have another video on my other channel about this, where I no longer spend money on this. But I no longer spend money on pads or tampons. I did have a hysterectomy in 2020. Yeah, I had a hysterectomy in 2020, so I don't need to buy any pads or tampons, which is awesome. So of course I no longer spend my money on them. But if you're still menstruating, you can go ahead and get reusable pads that it's nothing disgusting about them. You just wash them out really good. That is what my plan was to do before I decided to have a hysterectomy. I was like in the process of looking up all my research to buy reusable pads. I never was a tampon girl, TMI, I know, but I was never a tampon girl. I always was a pads girl. But I was in the process of looking, I was in the process of looking up reusable pads, and there's also the cup. I wasn't comfortable with the cup. I just wanted reusable pads is what I was going to go for. But like I said, I no longer menstruate, so I no longer need to buy pads or tampons. Number 6, I no longer spend my money on getting my hair done professionally. So I always do my own hair. It's been like this since even before the pandemic. It just became too much. I can spend like $200 to $300, even more, on getting my hair done, and that is going to the salon and paying for her and paying for, like, if I wanted like extensions or weave or something in my hair, that it became a lot. So I had to pay for the hair, and then I had to pay for the service. That's a lot of money. Like I said, it could cost like $200 to $300. I do miss it a little bit, but my hair is a whole lot healthier now that I'm the only one touching it, and I'm saving like $200 to $300 a month. That's awesome. Up, number 7, but I no longer spend money on manicures or pedicures. I do have my nails done right now. My husband got them done for me for Valentine's Day. I haven't had my nails done in like two to 4 years. I don't know. I don't pay any attention. I typically don't get my nails done. I'll paint them myself, but like I said, my husband paid for this set. He also got my toes done for Valentine's Day, so thank you, babe. But I no longer spend my money on them. I do have like a gel kit set that I use if I feel like painting my nails myself, and I also have like some fake nails that I can just press on and put them on myself after painting them. I just no longer spend my money on getting my nails done. Number 8, I've never spent money on this, really, like, really. Number 8 is jewelry. I would say no longer, because I never really bought it. I get like this little costume. You see these earrings? I get like little costume jewelry, and that's it. I don't buy gold, nothing. I'm not a ring person. The only ring I have is my wedding band. I've never been a jewelry person. I don't have any necklaces, as you can see, earrings or costume jewelry. So I just, I don't spend my money on it. Number 9, I don't spend my money on the latest electronic gadgets. So I have, I'll show you guys. I really don't know which one this is, but I have an iPhone. Yeah, I really don't know what this is. I think it's like an iPhone. It might be an iPhone 8. Let me look at it. Like, doesn't your phone tell you what iPhone you have? Yes, it's an iPhone 8. So I do have an iPhone 8, and it doesn't bother me that it's an old phone. As long as I can text and make calls, I'm good. I mean, of course, I want to play my games every now and again, but it really does not matter to me if I have the latest iPhone or not. I think the latest iPhone is like, don't know, 15? Maybe it's 13. Maybe it's 13. My husband did get me an iPhone for Christmas, and not this iPhone 8. I don't know what he got. I don't pay any attention. But I just haven't switched it over because I really do not care of having the latest electronics. I don't update laptops. That's my husband is more the electronics person, so he'll update electronics before I would. Number 1, they're expensive. I'm not about to spend $1,000 on stuff when I already have something that works already. I'm just not going to do it. So number 10, I am a big book reader. I love to read books. I'll read any type of book typically. Right now I am reading something by Lainey Lynn. Really good book. I also like books by James Patterson, Mary Monroe. I just love to read. So I no longer buy books. Oh, I bought a few books, but I'm like, what's the point of buying books? Once I'm done with it, I typically won't go back and read it again. I typically won't. So what's the point of, and books are like expensive. I think I was looking at them at Target and they were like 30 bucks and then 20% off. I'm like, that's not going to help me, but thank you. But yeah, books can be expensive. So now I just use this free app through my library that's called Hoopla, and I can get books on that, free books on that. And then I also go to the library and rent books. So I don't pay for any services to read or even listen to audiobooks. I don't pay for Audible. I don't pay for anything like that. I just go for all the free stuff, you guys. So number 11, the last thing that I no longer spend my money on are disposable Ziploc bags. So I have been meal prepping a lot lately, and I have been using reusable bags. I love them. I feel like they're a whole lot better than the disposable Ziploc bags. I really, really like them. I did get them off of Amazon. I do plan to start posting easy meal prepping videos on my other channel, Either Way. If you're interested, head on over to that channel. Check my channel out. See if you want to subscribe or not. But like I said, I just no longer spend money on disposable Ziploc bags. Number one, they're not good for the environment. Number two, why buy disposable when you can easily get reusable and just wash it out? It does not take that long to just wash out some bags. I have maybe 100 reusable Ziploc bags. I love them. Like I said, and in my opinion, they hold up better in the freezer. I usually just put them in the freezer. I feel like they hold up a little better than the disposable Ziploc freezer bags. So yeah, you guys, those are the 11 things that I no longer spend my money on due to me budgeting like a crazy lady. Let me know in the comments down below what you no longer spend your money on. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you all in my next video. Bye.
Do you ever call by